Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about something that's been weighing on me for quite some time. Um, I'm part of a few Facebook loss pages, and I've noticed a common thing that happens to a lot of these women that are on the page is that the way people react to them makes them almost feel crazy about going through the emotions that they're going through. For example, a lot of people will tell someone, a mother or a father, and like I said, it's been mostly women that I've heard this from, that they need to get over their loss or stop talking about it because it's been a certain amount of time and they should be done thinking about it and experiencing the negative emotions that come with loss. And I wanted to discuss that because I want to make people understand that this journey through grief is not linear. It's not you hit those 5 stages, you get to acceptance, and you're over it. And you're able to completely move on and live your life to the fullest or, whatever. It's circular, and it bounces back and forth. So you can be experiencing acceptance and feel like you've really connected with the loss and you understand the loss and you're able to kind of take those steps forward, and then the next day be in complete anger or in a complete state of depression. And it's devastating when you are feeling that way and you're trying to get through your day and things are so hard to do. The smallest things become debilitating or just so difficult and monumentous to get through, and then someone to say something like that. Especially as a mother, you don't want to forget about your child. You don't want to get over their birth or loss. You wouldn't say that to a mom who has their child there. They go and talk about it. Oh, you should get over it. Your child was born however many years ago. Like, stop thinking about it. Because they're still there. We are just connecting with our child on a different level. For me personally, we were able to find out about our son Gideon while I was pregnant at our anatomy scan, knowing that he had bilateral renal agenesis and that we were going to lose him after he was born. We had that time to start the process of grieving. And there was a time, before he was born, and specifically on the day he was born, right beforehand, where I felt so calm. I felt all this sense of acceptance, and I felt like I really processed. And when he was born, I was so happy and I was with him. And I did not expect that afterwards. I knew I would be sad and I knew I would experience some negative emotions, but I had no clue what that process of grief would be like. And even I'm 5 months postpartum, so my son passed away 5 months ago. I still cycle through constantly and sometimes daily. I can wake up in the best mood, have a great day, and by the end of the day, I've gone through every single stage of grief. And when I look at these, when I hear these stories from these moms, it devastates me because I was really blessed that I had family and friends who have never said anything like that to me, even on my worst days. And I'm very lucky that my husband has been very accepting. And any stage that you have lost your child, whether it was early miscarriage, a late miscarriage, a stillbirth, throughout the whole spectrum up to, your child being whatever age and still losing them, that is a lifetime of grief that you're going to be dealing with. The hope is that the waves on a daily basis get smaller, and the huge waves that pull you under and drag you down come less often. But they will not stop. And to expect someone to be over the death of their child is an absurd thought, especially, as a mother going through this process. I can't imagine not being sad that I've lost my son. And I heard once that grief and love are one and the same. So because you love your child is why you grieve. And you can grieve happily. There's times that I smile and laugh and feel so joyous about the fact that I even got to experience that time with my son. Ugh. And then there's times where it's devastating and I can't get out of bed, or getting up to just do the dishes becomes incredibly difficult, or brushing my teeth, or just getting up is so hard. And so the reason I wanted to share this and explain this was because I don't want you to see a mother going through this and expect them to get over the loss of their child. And also, from one mother or one grieving parent to another, I want you to know that it is so okay to go through all these emotions. I used to hate when people would tell me it's okay not to be okay when I was pregnant and we were going through all that, because while I was pregnant, I was trying so hard not to let any negative emotions, get to my baby. It's all connected. But afterwards, I understood that on a totally new level. It's okay to not be okay, because you're not okay. And when someone says something like that to you, educate them. Don't take it. They don't know. And the biggest thing is, we don't want you to understand exactly what we're going through. I don't want anyone to feel like this. I don't want anyone to know what this is like. Sorry. So, educate them and make them understand the idea of it and the concept that grief is a lifelong journey. And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have a long time where you're going through some things, because you're constantly going to be going through this. Another child isn't going to fix this. Nothing anyone says will fix this. It's not something you fix. It's not something that's necessarily broken. It's split. You're like split from your child. You can't put that back together. You can't fix that. So, to conclude, I hope that whoever's watching this, whether it's a family, a friend, a coworker, if you know someone going through loss, understand that this is a lifetime journey. Forever we'll be cycling through all of this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 years down the road, we're going to have these waves of grief hit us. And if you are a bereaved parent, understand that this is a lifetime, and you'll learn to cope with the days. And I hope truly that you have more days of peace than feeling destroyed or feeling devastated. And a last note that I want to say is to also notice the difference between grief and depression. And I want to clarify, I'm not a doctor, but from what I understand, going through grief, there's glimmers of hope, whether they're small, that at some point you'll feel some sort of happiness. It's very easy to slip into a depression after losing your child. And if you don't, that's great. And if you do, that's okay. Get help. Talk to your doctor, see a psychologist, see a psychiatrist. Do what you need to do for yourself, because it's very important to take care of yourself after you experience loss. But again, I hope that this helped educate people, and also one bereaved parent to another, you're not alone. And I hope that you find some peace.